have our 35th episode of Crone's Crucible. We are about ready to take off here. Anyone have anything that they need to cover before we recoup where we were and start off for another run?
Not particularly. I do know that next week will be the game right before my birthday, so that's cool.
Very good.
Other
And,
than that, the only thing... Sorry, go ahead.
and the 28th will be our holiday episode. So hopefully you guys are getting together some kind of little bit of cosplay because we will be having that going.
I have
a
my
little bit of cosplay.
I have my orc tusks. They may or may not be just vampire fangs, and I'll just wear them on my lower teeth instead of my upper teeth.
Yeah, I have
That's a-
vampire fangs as well. That'll be in mine. So, and Riz will have to have some. So we'll just.
I don't have a whole lot, just simple stuff, you know. But that's the point, is have, like, homemade, not super good stuff, so...
I mean, you wear chain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just start drinking a lot of Coke right now. Just go on ahead and bang out like 1,000 cans of Coke.
I actually have that started, and I decided that I can't finish it because it's actually a lot more complicated than it looks.
Okay.
Like, I have the entire top. I have like a headband.
You don't have to do the whole thing, I guess.
I have a headband, but I need to close it, and I need to make it come down on the sides without covering my face. So it's a little bit more complicated than.
I mean, go all out, but also don't go all out, because like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be putting on any like face paint or anything. I'm not going to be green, unfortunately.
The green machine.
I'll go ahead and make my armor. I'm going to wear like a green T-shirt and whatnot, but I'm sorry, I can't put face paint on.
Oh,
That's fine.
I just figure you'll green paint your beard and slick it down.
No, I gotta keep it going like this. It's winter time. Well, it's getting close to winter time now.
Dude, Oklahoma completely skipped winter. We went from summer into winter, or completely skipped fall.
Boy, we did too. We just one day it
Same.
was summer and the next day it was cold. We're gonna have like 34 for a low tonight.
It's same right here. It used to be like 70 and like 2 weeks ago, and then last week it just went straight down to the 20s and 30s.
Oh, this was over the course of a single day.
We're in the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, it's there. That season has changed.
I mean, I don't mind cold weather. I live in Wisconsin. Cold weather is our deal. Yeah. Anyways.
So Durandar.
Okay, so where we were last time now, a little bit of information regarding players. Lynn works for a company that their biggest business is during Halloween, or one of their biggest slots is during Halloween. So she'll only be on Touch and Go for the next few weeks because she's got to work long hours. So expect not to see her a whole great deal. And Jason he's been trying to juggle too many things, and it finally just hit the fan, and he's had to pull out, so he is gone permanently. Gray, who plays Monarch, can't be back until holidays allow him to be back because of his work schedule. He is in the British Isles, so he's upside down in his schedule, and it's really hard when he has a situation of trying to stay up late. So we're trying to accommodate him, although he very much wants to be on the game but can't. So we'll see what we can do on that. So we are playing with 4 tonight. And
I didn't realize we had gotten so few.
Yeah.
We'll be all right. I also have my hand up because I have a reminder for the DM. Fat dead zombies. We have fat dead zombies that we also have to deal with, I guess.
Yes, Lynn ran up to make a rubbing of the tomb that you discovered, and it had some words on it that she was interested in, and so she ran up to get a rubbing of that, and unfortunately that apparently set off, I suppose, a form of trap anyway, it caused a whole bunch of these undead to crawl out of the ground. Now, one of the things that you were particularly noticing as they crawled out is although they are animated and moving towards you and seem to have some kind of blind sense of where you are, they nevertheless are missing both their heads and their hands, which is quite odd. And Lynn, immediately when she realized what she'd done, she rapidly finished the rubbing. And then she jumped up and clambered up as fast as she could, or Sylvia did, on top of the monument. So she is sitting well up, like 10 feet up in the air on the flat part of the monument, hoping to stay out of the range of these creepy crawlies that have just emerged. So that was where we left off with everything, and we had rolled our initiative. Now I swapped maps. All of you can see the initiative, correct?
Yes. Let me see again. Yes.
Okie doke. Just a second. Let me change something here on the. That one off.
And this is where the campaign ends.
Roll new characters, just automatically. Don't even bother with the fight. They're all going to explode for 10 damage each.
Yeah.
And we are at the top of the order, and Dirok is first up. So what does Dirok plan to do?
Derek plans to go and stab
Hold up.
some zombies.
Wait. GM, as these things were crawling out of the ground, could we have gotten some sort of preparation round?
No, if anything, they surprised you.
They surprised me, okay.
Were up, yeah, because I'm not having them have a surprise round, but you were not expecting these things to crawl out of the ground, and all of a sudden the ground right under your feet erupted. They came out right underneath you. Their hand, the stubs of arms are reaching for you and so forth. So it is not something that you have a chance to do much preparation on this particular case.
Could I have said one sentence?
Yeah, that's a free action, unless it's a
Retreat to the statue!
It's all, that and crying, as they say, is a free action. So, yeah.
Yep. Gonna see a little bit of column A, a lot of bit of column B.
Yeah, what is this ground next to me? Is that rough terrain?
Where you are standing is basically raised soil that's raised up 3 feet, 4 feet out of the muck and mire of the swamp. So around you in these sunken areas is the swamp. And there are cattails and plants and so forth growing here, but
I also remember we should probably still be affected by.
Yeah, it's only been about 10 minutes or so.
Doesn't it last an hour though?
By what?
The water walking. So
At the moment, you still have it, although you are on dry ground at the moment. So
okay.
Yeah, I mean. But it will, I believe it gets knocked off of you when you go into combat, if I'm right.
If anything, it would have a concentration, and looking for it. Water Walk does not have concentration.
Okay.
It's just active for an hour.
Okay, so then my question is, I can walk up to the thing without hindrance or
until you get to where the cattails are growing around you, and there's a very large rock to the north of you that's blocking pretty much any view from there, but all of that kind of bluish gray stuff is water, but it's shallow water, but it is water.
But I don't get 2 attacks. And I would rather me take the hits than anyone else because I have the most health. So I'm going to move. Am I able to move like right here without getting hit?
Where?
I didn't see an arrow there.
Oh yeah, I mean anything in your walking range. Now, I will say that no, they are still crawling out, so you don't take a hit of opportunity. You
Get
just
to the
suddenly,
statue.
you just suddenly realize the ground is erupting and jump.
Group up. Woo, woo.
Yeah, no, I want to, but I also don't want you guys getting hit a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand here. Yeah, right here.
Should be fine.
Is this a fence as well, or is this the statue?
It is a low iron fence about 3 feet high, just an area marker kind of thing like they frequently have around.
All right, then I don't have to worry about the south side because that'll take a while. All right, I'm going to stand here. I am going to enter a rage, and I am going to hold action. My reaction will be once something comes within melee range.
Okay.
I mean, if you don't hit something before the start of your turn, your rage ends.
No, if I don't get attacked, or if I don't attack my next turn, my rage ends.
You don't take damage.
Hmm?
Which with
Nope. If I get attacked, I believe.
Nope.
Let
It's
me
if you
take
take
a-
damage.
Yeah, you
You
have
either
to,
need to make an
you
attack.
have to
or you need
have
to
an
take it.
action, or you have to be attacked to maintain the rage. If you
Pick up a
maintain-
rock and throw it.
Yeah,
I
anything,
am.
anything will do it, but you have to have some kind of action or you lose rage.
Which, I mean, it's still active until the start of your next turn, but
Well, it says here if I haven't attacked a hostile creature since my last turn or taken damage since then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't do it this turn, that's the start of your next turn is since your last turn.
So if
So unless you get an
Ah.
opportunity
You would-
attack, yeah,
yeah.
that's the trick there.
each turn you have to have done something, or it.
All right, then can I mulligan that because I'm gonna just stand where I was then?
Yes, of course.
All right.
get inside.
Nope. I'm sorry. If I'm raging now, I have to be able to attack both times.
Just throw a rock.
I can't. There's no rocks. We're in a swamp.
There's,
Throw some dirt.
yeah, I mean, there's.
It's not even an attack. I don't have the ability to just make
Alright.
weapon attacks.
No, anybody can make. What am I trying?
It's
to
too late. I make 2 attacks at zombies that are crawling up the ground.
Okay, 1 second. I'm trying to get the videos and the roll thing up here, and since we have very much fewer people on the game tonight, I had to really redo the videos. All right, let's change this over.
And also, like I said, if there is explosive damage, I'd rather I take the damage than you guys take the damage because I can take half, and I have 90 health as opposed to your 30, 40,
50.
that reminds
50,
me.
and you're full damage.
That reminds me of something I haven't told to the viewers, told you guys after the video ended. I realized I had not mentioned last week that as these zombies begin to pull themselves all the way out of the ground, get a knee on the ground, you realize their stomachs are distended, very bloated and distended. They almost look pregnant. They are so big and fat, abnormally so, as they pull themselves out of the ground. So
Just
this
cranking
was,
up the creepy.
yeah, exactly. So that his comment about what was going on there, yeah, they are definitely distended on it. So you do, and these are
I do two-
groups of them. There are multiples in these groups, and yes, that does hit. So you do, which one are you attacking? The one near you?
The one that's directly closest to
Yes.
me.
So you do 20 damage on that group, and a couple of them are sliced open, and you notice that in their innards something is wriggling.
Diablo 3 zombies, I knew it.
Yep. So they didn't explode, but there's going to
Didn't
be
directly
ads.
explode, yeah, and it's partly the reason they don't explode is because these are groups of the way I run the games, rather than having like, I don't know, 30 zombies around you. I have groups of zombies. It makes it a lot easier for play. So yeah, so basically they're holding action, you might say. All right, it
All right.
is.
I'll yell out, "There's something inside them!" And that'll end my turn.
And Sylvia yells, "Eek!"
He climbs even higher.
Yeah,
Climbs even higher.
yeah.
Silver tries to turn into a bird and fly away.
Vlad, it's your turn.
Vlad, seeing that Darok is not retreating to the statue,
Nope, sorry.
is going to hold up. That looks like it's about all the zombies, right?
That it at this point, no more have crawled out. That doesn't say there won't be another one sometime.
I'm talking about all the zombies that are currently on screen are within that radius, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to use Channel Divinity, Turn Undead.
Okay.
And that is every zombie, or every undead, rather. I can tell you exactly what it is, but I think it's only undead. Regardless, these are undead, I assume. Has to make a wisdom saving throw versus my spell save DC, which is 15? 16. Or be turned for 1 minute. If they are below CR 1/2, or if they're CR 1/2 or lower, we're at level 8. If they're CR 1 or lower, they are destroyed instead of turned.
Okay.
And
well,
I'm going to use
Let's see how
3
good.
charges of. I'm going to use 3 charges of the Amulet of Ravenkind to give all undead disadvantage. Unfortunately, Victor is also inside of that radius, so he also has to make it with disadvantage. But, you know,
At least he won't die right away.
he's not going to explode, I don't think.
Well, as
I
usual,
don't know. What's the CR?
CR is lower than what he said. This will change rapidly. As usual, you guys.
You're throwing a horde of undead at a cleric.
Oh yes, and it's not unexpected. It's just you wouldn't think this fast, you know. But anyway,
Oh yeah, that beats it. Jesus Christ.
all right. So what you've got here is the ones that were low in health because of being hit by Darok, and the others that are nearest you on this side of the fence kind of thing, they get hit the hardest, and both of them explode.
Oh no. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Channel Divinity. Each undead that can see or hear you.
What?
These things don't have heads.
Oh.
Wait, what?
They don't have heads.
They don't
They
have
can't.
heads.
They can't see
me.
or hear him, so he does it, and nothing happens.
Oh, great.
Okay.
This changes everything. Why did you say that?
Because I want to be fair.
And I appreciate you being fair. I very, very much do it. That's
So-
I don't think you would have
Meanwhile,
caught that.
Victor's just like, so do you just want me to leave? I mean, you don't have to be so roundabout.
if you don't want me here, just tell me.
Okay, so since I was the one who did it and then the one who caught it, could I also go back and say I did something else? Or
No,
actually,
you did it.
let me
Yeah.
make
You did it,
an
bro.
intelligence.
I'm going
You did
to
it.
I'm going to leave it because it's just that good.
Okay.
We've been steamrolling pretty well so
Yeah,
far. I
that's,
think we
that-
can. I think
that's
we
about
can
right.
lose
and
one
I
turn.
think, yeah,
That
and I
seems
think
about
that
right.
just adds such a touch of humor in it. You know, Vlad throws the spell, he throws the spell, and he does all the dramatic stuff, and they just keep on coming because it's just, you know, they would be making zombie sounds, but I guess what they would be making is like bubbling ooze coming out of their windpipe. Because that's about
So,
all they've got.
Vlad
and these
takes-
stumps of hands reaching for you.
And I expended charges for my amulet. God damn. Okay, so Vlad takes his, you know, well, I guess he's using the axe now. Vlad takes his Treebane axe and, you know, sticks the shaft into the ground, and just this wave of energy comes out and passes harmlessly through the zombies.
Awesome. Awesome.
Seems about right.
Fuck you, Strahd.
Oh, for
He
once
found
I
our
got
weakness.
a break. For
Deaf
once.
and blind people.
Yeah.
The deaf and the blind.
Oh,
The only
dear.
thing that can defeat the Dawn Watch.
Okay, Apotus, what have you got to trump that?
Jesus.
Epotus is like, alright, so he said to go over there, so what are you doing?
Nothing, apparently.
I don't see this.
He just like dives into this group.
Ah, yeah, those both hit. So 15 damage on them. You drop one of them right away and notice the innards beginning to creep and crawl and writhe. And the second one is cut open but does not drop. It's like innards, guts spilling out of the stomach, but it's not writhing as much as the other one is. So now,
Does it look like they're just swollen from like swamp bloat, or does it look like
when
something?
one of them drops, which 3 of them have now, it looks like something is crawling out. It is not swamp gas. So
Well, I was gonna sleep tonight.
there is something writhing and crawling forth out of the sliced corpses.
Plat's just like, yeah.
Well, I know what I can do now.
Well, it's their turn.
Sure is, but I'm inside the fence.
Every one of them proceeds to take their stump and try to bash you with their stump.
They're trying to stump you.
Yeah, basically. So, Dirok, let's see. These will move to here. They only have 20 feet. Make sure that I didn't go beyond 20 feet on this map, because it's... Yeah, that's about right.
Bring it on. I faced worse odds.
Well, I figure that Vlad will get one of them there. Vlad, Dirok, and Epotus are all going to get their respective groups with a double punch on these guys. Let's start with Epotus. Punch, punch, and neither of those hit. 8 and 7 do not hit. And your spells that you cast, Vlad, will it affect their advantage, disadvantage in spite of the...
I haven't done anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah. His
Nothing happened.
channel,
They don't have heads.
Okay.
Yeah, his channel divinity didn't do anything.
I just wanted to make sure that that wasn't applicable because I didn't want to have to backtrack if it was.
Well, you did do something with your amulet of Ravenkind, though.
Nope, that was to empower my turn undead, which was useless.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something to do something else. Never mind.
Nope.
With
I can make
Dirok,
sunlight with it.
with Dirok, we have a 17 and a 15, and you are... Neither one of
18.
those hit, okay?
You're
and
illegal.
Vlad gets 2 punches.
Watch me be the only one that gets it after wasting a useless turn.
20 and 19.
It's karma.
All right.
I really don't think it is.
With that group, you only really took 8 hits out of all the group of them. So you took a
only 8
total...
hits?
Only 8 hits.
Only 8
and
hits.
only 2 Vlad.
So let's see, that would be 18 plus 2. You took 20 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear that, Oppo. We did not get any hits, but Vlad.
Okay,
Like
so
the
Vlad,
tanks are sitting there like, meanwhile, Vlad's like,
so
Okay.
Vlad, it just like looks up wonders for a brief second why his channel divinity did nothing to these swamp zombies, and then he gets pummeled to death.
Pretty much.
Not
yeah.
literally dead, I'm still conscious.
And Victor, now that you know that the group is trying to get rid of you, what are you going to do?
That's
Victor-
not at all.
Victor was the only one who was affected by it, but he resisted, so nothing really happened.
So let's see. I am going to kind of. I'm going to look at the zombies. I'm going to look at the kind of shallow water that they're in. And I am going to.
They're not in water. You are all the brown is dry, semi-dry land.
Oh well.
Only the blue-gray stuff is water. This monument has intentionally been built on high ground, which is 2 or 3 feet above the swamp.
All right. Well, works either way. I am going to cast Call Lightning and gather the clouds in this area and strike it down on the horde in front of me. 2.
Okie doke. DC 11 Dex. And they roll 9. So you have succeeded in damaging them to the tune of 18 lightning damage.
I'm then going to turn into a bat and perch on top of the statue.
Okay. You and Lynn are up there. You're a bit above her on the statue's head, and she's kind of at the statue's feet on the monument, the slab monument thing that rises about 10 feet up from the ground. And with that, it is back to Dirok.
All right, we are gonna go ahead and rinse and repeat. Ouch! Ouch! Wow!
No, we aren't.
No, we are not.
Commander Christ, this is not our night.
Yeah.
Damn it, Dirok, you had one job.
You're rinsing and repeating what Vlad did. Vlad?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
karma is hitting me now.
Yeah.
So, are we going by the thing? Never mind. I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself. It is a first level non-concentration spell, and it forces any one who's trying to hit me with an attack to make a Wisdom saving throw or choose a different target.
Okay. If they succeed in their Wisdom save, they can attack you, right?
They can still attack me.
Yes.
But it's not concentration, which is the main thing, and it's a bonus action. So for my main action, I am going to patch myself up with some bandages because that really hurt.
So while they're standing there pummeling on you, he's frantically taping himself up as he goes. I've been playing a lot of Fallout lately. In fact, I'm going to be streaming 76 when it comes out on this channel, by the way, because I will be a noob in Fallout land, and it ought to be pretty funny. I'm going to call it the Fallout Follies because I don't know what I'm doing. It's completely out of my genre. But I've been playing a lot of it, and at least in Fallout 4, you're able to suspend time and take all your potions and do all your things, so that's what I'm picturing. He just, zaps himself into this suspended animation, proceeds to patch himself up, and then goes, okay, we can start up again now.
Kinda, yeah.
Unfortunately, in 76, you can't do that. It's real time. So that'll be interesting. Anyway. He is now patched up in a POTUS. Go for it.
I have to do everything myself. And he will take the attack of opportunity to back up to about here.
And they will punch. And we've got a 4 and an 8, which doesn't even come close.
And then he's going to hold his shield up, which will suddenly shine, and he will call out Nikleanusu, and he will use Conquering Presence.
Do they have to see or hear you?
I will awe you to death.
They do not have to see me or hear me.
Okay.
Wisdom or feared? Aha.
That you can see. Okay.
Yes, only I have to see them.
I will roll it just to see what will happen, but I will tell you not what you expect.
Oh no. I don't like to hear
Just
that.
everything just fails. All of our abilities. She's finally figured out how to kill us.
Turns out they're fear immune.
All three of them failed their rolls, and nothing happens.
They're all fear immune.
So Epotus pulls the shield down, and he's looking at it like something's gonna happen. And he goes, "Oh,
Keep talking shit, Deportus.
you had one job."
You.
And the corpses move in for the repeat. Rinse and repeat on their part. Let's start with the POTUS. Punch, punch. And we have a, come on, 19 and a 6. And 19
hits.
Okay, so that one is 5 times 2 is 10 damage, bludgeoning. Dirok, punch, punch. And we have 2 misses. In fact, one of them is a critical miss.
All right.
I see what.
That means they hurt themselves, right?
Possibly.
They are confused.
Possibly. They hit each other. Let me see how, and let me see what damage came out of it.
Please kill each other. That would be so great.
They do a total of 21 damage to each other.
They did more damage than you did to themselves.
Yes.
How did that happen?
Yes.
Did they kill each other?
No. There's a
okay.
lot of
Oh,
them
well,
here.
then
but
they have a lot of health.
they have a lot of zombies.
Oh,
This is a big mob
that-
of zombies. You have killed, or they have killed altogether, about 4 of them. There are 4 of them laying on the ground with stuff writhing out of them. All right, and now Vlad. Yeah, you're still there, right? Yes.
Yeah, I didn't move. I just cast Sanctuary on myself so that
Yeah,
if they're
the
trying to hit
shield
me,
is so
they have
big, I
to.
wasn't sure that was you.
If they're trying to hit me, they now have to make a Wisdom saving throw before it.
Yes. Let me make their wisdom save. And they had to beat what?
It was a 16.
All right. So they failed their wisdom save, so they attacked Dirok instead. And they missed on one, and they critted on the other.
ouch.
However,
You're raging.
However, because of a whole bunch of them dead on the ground and the fact that they are punching each other, only one of them hits you for a total of 3 damage.
So I take 1.
Yes, on rage.
I just look at him like, ow.
You're like flicking.
One of them tried to punch one of the other zombies and missed the zombie, but punched you, but brushed across the zombie's shoulder, and all you got was just kind of, okay.
Sounds about right.
So we now have Victor.
All right, so I return to my normal form on top of the statue in a graceful kind of vampiric pose.
Here,
And then I
you're like,
realize that I'm a pretty big dude, and I'm like, oh, it almost fall off. I kind of catch myself crouching.
you have these 2 like things on top of each other, and he's standing up there doing his thing.
So I am. I'm going to point and bring down a thunderbolt on the group in front of Otis.
Okay.
Also, that DC is not right, is it? Why is it doing that again?
It
Do you have
calculates
the
it.
cell?
Yeah, it calculates it off the sheet, so something is needs adjusting
I
on the
Yeah.
sheet.
know. I know that when I was adding a couple spells, I had to go in and set the thing that it uses to spell instead of choose an ability.
And don't worry about.
Yeah.
Go ahead and fix it. But they rolled a nat 1, so uh, they
There's a lot
take
of
the.
damage on this one, but I think this will fix the save.
So they
Yeah, there
take
we go.
they take the entire 17 damage. And Dirok.
Let's go and swing and let's not miss this time. This one. And I can't see if I did.
That's a
Oh,
hit.
sweet.
That's a hit.
And we're gonna hit again.
That
Maybe
one's
not. That one's not.
And let's see. Yeah. No, actually, it is. That is a hit.
11
Wait a
hits?
No, wait. I've got. Oh, wait. Wrong. That's why. Let's try this. Yes, 11 hits. I was looking at the
Nice.
wrong box. So yeah. So actually, both of those hit. So you did a total of 13, 22, 30 damage
Nope,
to.
not. Don't add the 9. That's my crit
Oh,
if I had
right,
advantage.
yes.
So 13 plus 8.
Right. So
21?
21. Yeah. There is pretty much only 2 of them left standing in
All
front
right.
of you. Vlad?
Okay, I didn't realize that these things fall so easily. I was about to pull out some big stuff. So I didn't realize until after I did it that Sanctuary drops if you cast a spell that affects an enemy creature or if you make an attack. So I'm not gonna do that. I will instead. Can I get to a POTUS?
With an
Or is that
attack
you
of
said that fence was
opportunity.
only a little high, right?
Yeah, you will take an attack of opportunity, but yes, you can get over the fence. You just kind of have to a little bit leapfrog over it slightly. It's only like 3 feet high.
How hurt does a POTUS look?
I've
Doesn't.
taken like a scratch.
Yeah.
I'll cast for a protection from evil on a POTUS.
Okay.
So he any undead or fiend has to have disadvantage on their attack rolls against them.
Very good. Alrighty. Remind me of that when they attack him. POTUS, it is, however, your turn.
How many entities are there directly in front of me?
5.
I think I might do something I haven't done in a long, long time. If Otis looks at his
Hit
sword,
somebody?
shut up. You know what? Just for that, Epotus thinks to himself, if I'm gonna do this, it's gonna be the biggest effect I can manage. And he's going to turn and he's going to charge, stand right next to Dirok, and then rear back and flame breath to try to catch both of these groups.
So you're kill stilling.
Yes.
What you haven't.
So you're
Because you said that.
okay. So you've got a cone.
Yeah, so it's a 15-foot cone that he's shooting like
Yeah.
this, and it's like
Right. Yeah. It'll get both of them.
Yeah.
I'll count it. Technically, it wouldn't get some, but I'll count these as complete entities. So yeah. A dex save 13. First.
Is it still only 2d6? I thought it went up at level 6 to 3.
it should be 3d6.
And the group in front of Dirok saves, so they take half. Let's see what the group in front of Vlad does. Group in front of Vlad, 12.
They
does-
melt. They all die simultaneously.
Yeah, they take all of it. So how much damage was it altogether? 15?
15 total, so half would be 7.
Right, so the group in front of Deerock takes 7, and there's basically only one remaining there now, pretty much. And the group in front of Vlad takes the full 15. So you drop one of them completely, another one's badly injured. But that group is pretty much whole. Did I take the attack of opportunity when you moved away?
You did
You
not.
did not.
All right, so let's.
But
do
you have
that.
disadvantage.
6 and 5 does not hit on disadvantage, so it is the corpse's turn. And they will move in to continue their fight.
Just how it's supposed to be. Appa with me back to back, surrounded by zombies.
Pretty much, yep.
And Vlad surrounded by zombies inside of a fence.
Good to know. Good to know that Apophon and Gore Totem are fighting, defending each other at last.
I've done absolutely nothing in this fight.
I mean, I may accidentally mistake him for a zombie.
You're here.
Okay, the one behind Apotus does their punch.
At disadvantage.
4 and 12 do not hit on Apotus. The one in front of Deerock, there's only one basically in front of Deerock. So he took only the one punch hit, so he took a total of 3 bludgeoning damage.
One punch!
So that's 2. That's 1. Because I didn't take the rage into effect. And Vlad's group.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright, and they will wisdom. They had lousy wisdom. They nat 1'd it again. They don't, I mean, with a head, how can you have much without a head? You don't have much wisdom, let's face it. So they again swing away from Vlad and strike at Deerock. Actually, they'd strike at Deerock. And they, what's your armor class? I think 1 hit, yes. One hit, and it would have hit you. There's 4, so, well, you took 4 damage, which comes out to be 2 for you.
Okay. I have a question when it comes back to my turn.
Okie doke. Victor.
So as an aside, I'd like to note that I am enjoying the month of October with a superior candy for cultured gentlemen.
It's one of my favorite candies. It really is.
I
love
hate
it.
candy corn so much.
Some
I
people
love it.
just can't appreciate it.
I cannot.
You
I'm
just
a
have-
connoisseur. I eat each color alone.
I too like to eat chalk.
Once you focus and like you can taste the honey, then they're fine.
Yeah, you have to have the Brox ones, though. The Brox ones are really good. A lot of the brands are terrible.
right,
But
which
yeah,
group?
so I'm going to go ahead. Whichever group does not understand candy corn the most.
How about the one that's injured the most?
Let's see. Is that the one in front of Vlad? Because Vlad
Deerock.
doesn't get my help right now.
Deerock.
Okay.
I
the one in
think-
front of
I think-
Deerock.
I think you should probably go for Vlad.
I'm fine, really.
I mean, are you?
I'm pretty fine.
I mean,
They have to
you did-
overcome my spell DC, and then they have to overcome my
You-
AC.
You did take 20 damage right off the bat.
Yeah, but then I healed 17.
And
So I'm only down here 3 hit points.
they failed their deck save, and the group in front of Deerock, the last of them is burnt to a crisp and sinks into the mud. And at that moment, all 8 bodies
Oh,
explode.
damn, I forgot something was going to come out.
What happened?
And- Hold on. Let me, in fact, let me
They
just
all
write that.
explode.
Lovely. I'm so glad I went up here.
So glad you didn't target the ones in front of me. It was the chair.
What comes writhing out is a mass of, like, out of these 8 or so bodies that are laying there, the stomachs all explode, and a writhing mass of snakes, like dozens
Corpse
and dozens
snakes.
of snakes come swarming out of these distended bellies and proceed to swarm over, and they immediately get an attack on their first emergence. And they will bite towards Dirok.
Oh wow, I was expecting something completely different.
I was
And
expecting them to all merge into one creature, and it was more massive than the zombies.
21
No.
hits. You take 6 piercing, 14 poison, so that's 20. Half is 10. And with that, it is Dirok's turn.
All right, so I have my question. So with that first group of zombies, how many of them did I kill?
Well, there
This
were
is
8.
the most important question
Yep.
in the entire campaign.
There were
Yes,
eight,
it is.
there were 8 of them in the group. A couple of them were killed by other things, but there were 8
think you
killed
killed,
in
like,
that
5?
group.
So
Victor killed
probably
one.
Because there was the one
And
that was
Epoda's
killed.
killed 2.
so I
Epoda's
killed,
killed 2.
so I killed 5.
Yes.
They killed
here-
one of themselves, and then Riz killed one, so you killed 4.
I killed
Yeah.
4. Okay, so now here's the question: do those 4 deaths counts towards my blood spear kills? Because I get 2d6 temporary hit points per kill. That lasts until the end of battle.
I had forgotten that. Do we have that posted somewhere so I can actually see the numbers on it? I believe
On
you.
my blood spear.
Just
Yep,
need-
it's in magic items. I can't.
Yeah, let me pop over
Well,
there.
temporary HP doesn't stack anyway, does it?
No, but it would reset every time. So it's like a shield that just keeps coming back up.
I need magic items, and I need. This is the which one?
Blood spear.
For some reason I don't have it in this group. Where do I must have it in something else? Next. I've got too many magic items things here.
Yeah, can I? No, I can't. I was gonna try to link it to you.
There it is. It's down in the other ones. I should move it up into the player ones so that I can see the actual numbers here. You hit with a melee attack using this magic spear and reduce the target to 0. You gain. Yes. It would not stack.
It would not stack, so I would only get 1 2d6 until it goes away.
Yeah.
Well, it would keep replacing itself. That's how THP works. Is you only can have 1 THP active at the time. It takes the most powerful THP buff. But with something like the Blood Spear, as long as you keep reducing a creature to 0 hit points, it keeps resetting
Itself.
So you would need to roll another 2d6 every time. And if it was lower, it would stay. If it was higher, it would take the higher number.
It's really the
roll 2d6, and that's what you have right now. But if you kill any of them in the other 2 groups, each time you do
re-roll
so,
again?
you would roll again. Yes.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Roll 2d6. I get
So
7 temporary hit points.
That's right.
And then those are what takes off before I actually go on my health, right?
Yes.
Would those also be... Yeah, because you have resistance. It just says you take half damage, so those would effectively be 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, effectively 14.
THP is affected by resistance.
Okie doke. So now it is your turn.
Alright.
Now that you have that.
I am going to go ahead and attack this. Well, yes, attack the snakes. We probably don't want to have too many of those up at the same time.
Those things hurt even worse than the zombies do.
They do. I took probably 3 times as much damage. We're gonna hit, and we're gonna hit again.
And
Well, you're gonna try.
the first one hit. And so they took, basically you killed 8 snakes.
But this is also considered one mob, so I don't get that reroll, right?
I will consider the snakes a separate mob. But if you wish
I mean,
you haven't used any of them, if you want to just continue on, if you want to try and beat the 7, I will let you roll again for the snake mob.
I mean, he's out of THP right now.
2d6.
Because that would have... Okay,
10.
so...
Oh, it would have taken effect because of the
taken...
zombies, and then he
Yes.
was hit by the snakes, and yes. Okay, so you now have 10. All
When
right.
you're facing hordes of weak enemies, something like the Blood Spear or the Blood Axe or whatever comes in super handy.
Right?
Vlad.
Well, comes in relatively handy for you. Not so handy for the people who don't have hands. So I still can't damage anyone because that would remove Sanctuary on me, and that's kind of the only thing that's saving me right now. So, I'm kind of stuck because I can't really do anything. I will cast light. To make it a little bit easier.
With Victor right above you?
Light, not daylight.
Yeah, this
Oh,
isn't.
okay.
This isn't like.
To make
the
it a
sun
little
breaks
bit
up.
easier for the not dark vision opponents and I to see.
Very good.
Actually, this is God damn it! This is the middle of the day.
I was gonna say.
But it's
didn't you-
Barovian Day.
You
not-
could,
Yeah.
okay,
I mean,
Vlad. I know you're averse
Wow.
to it, but you do in fact know Sacred Flame.
Yes, I know, but I can't cast a spell that affects an enemy creature or I lose Sanctuary.
Frickin' chicken.
What he's really trying to say is he wants us to do the heavy work.
You know, you
Yeah.
can you can just say, "I'm not doing anything."
But then I feel so wasteful.
You're just sitting. No, you're making sure I can't get hit. Let's let Dirok take the hits.
I mean, if I could get these zombies out of range of you, then they wouldn't be able to do anything because they can't. The way Sanctuary works is
Yeah.
you walk up to
I know.
someone and you try to punch them.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
So I
yeah.
guess
So
I'm going to move down here so that they can't. If they try to hit me again, they can't just turn around and hit someone else.
okay. They actually could move and punch Vic. No, they couldn't punch Vic. They could still. They're in range of other people.
Can they still move and hit someone else?
If it's other than a attack of opportunity, yes. Because they have
Oh.
movement no matter when they take it. Movement exists until your turn is over.
Yeah, it just says they must choose a new target. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that did again absolutely nothing.
Well, it's keeping you alive anyway. All right. Moving on. Epotus.
Epotus shall
Die.
slash twice.
Both, and you're attacking the zombies, right?
And on both hits, he's going to do one to this group and one to this group, and he's going to first level Divine Smite both sides.
Okay.
So that's going to be 3d6 to each because it's they're undead.
Okay. So, in other words, let's see. The 6 goes to which group, and the 12 goes to which group?
The 6 would go to this group, and the 12 would go to this group. So the first Divine Smite will go to this group, and the second Divine Smite will go to this group.
All right. First, let me take off the actual hit points. hit points that were from the hit. And now
Yeah.
give me your Divine Smite.
I'm
Divine.
going to do it at
I
second
can
level.
talk.
I'm going to do it at second level because that does the 3d8. So that's for
Okay.
that's versus the 6.
Okay, so that's 20 on them.
And then for the bottom group,
8 for them.
wow, that was swingy.
I always love it when I pick a higher level spell, that one that doesn't add up, and you wind up with a higher level damage at a first level than you did at second level, and you would have been better off if you cast it at first level. But you now have only 2 zombies remaining north of you, and there are almost 4 and a wounded one to the south of you. So their numbers are dwindling in those groups as well. And the corpses and the snakes, let me do something here. I need to move this so I can see something. Got too many character sheets in the way. I need to put this on the correct level so that you can see there. All right. So they basically all take the same turn as they did, but we have 2 corpse groups attacking. And I find those sheets. Too many sheets. All right, there we go. They are going to, let's see, the northern group will attack Apotus directly. And an 11 and a 19. The 19 hits, right? Yes.
Yep.
So
And that was on the disadvantage
They
side.
have disadvantage.
yes. Oh, no. On disadvantage, they wouldn't. It was a 17. I thought that they had rolled over on both, but they hadn't. All right. So neither of them hit.
See, I'm not doing any damage, but I'm also keeping myself and Apotus from taking any damage.
Exactly.
And yes, I mean, clerics, one of their things is to sit by and keep people alive. That's what they're there for. Looking at your armor class again, yeah. Neither they attempted to hit you, but they didn't hit you or hit POTUS if they had swayed to him from your sanctuary. So that group did not hit either. The snakes attack Yurok, and 19 hits. So they do, let's see, yeah, they do 17 damage on you, so that would be 8 damage. 5 piercing,
Alrighty.
12 poison.
So I'm down to 2 THP.
And we are up to Victor.
All right. Let's see. I guess I'll target the new enemy here so we don't just spawn another one by taking out more zombies.
So
So
lightning
again,
on the
boom.
snakes.
Yep.
And dex roll on them. They only roll a 6, so they take all 16 on the lightning, and 16 snakes curl up and die, wither away. Minus 16. Alrighty. And we are up to Dirok again.
I'm gonna go ahead and kill some more snakes. Oh, I have the wrong screen. Does a 12 hit?
On the snakes, It does not.
Then let's hit again.
That does. And that is 13 damage. So another 13 snakes bite the dust or mud.
Alrighty, so I can refresh my
No,
THP?
it's only,
No?
only once per group that I'm going to do
Once
it.
per group. Okay.
Because there's like myriads of these. So
Okay.
there literally were 80 snakes and 8 zombies. So you would just be. So it's
Okay.
once per group. These are considered mobs that are a unit.
Okay.
So Vlad.
Vlad is not going to taunt the zombies.
Taunt the zombies that can't see or hear you.
Yeah, I was going to say, would they pay any attention? I don't think blind sense is going to hear it. Now, maybe taunting the snakes will work.
Sure, I'll taunt the snakes.
Yeah, the snakes that hit very hard, even to me.
I can't actually do anything, so I'm not clever to it. This is a very interesting statue. Stop that.
So, what is your roll on the taunt?
I actually get to roll something?
Well, I mean, I've got to determine if your taunt makes them pull off. So give me an intimidation roll. Only this will be in reverse if you succeed. No, you didn't taunt them. Let's see. Intimidation roll has
God
a insight, which is what? What's its base?
A wisdom.
Wisdom. So unless they roll a 2.
Unless they roll another nat 1.
They did not, so they pay no attention to you. Epotus.
Okay. Sorry, I just got a text from my folks.
Hope it's
So
not
they're,
that one.
no, it's just a one that distracted me. So the first two, so up top there's 2 left, and at the bottom there's still 5 left.
Yes.
Okay. He's going to turn towards those 2 and just whack at them.
Okay. Both of them hit for 19 damage. I'm going to say they're down to 1 point. I'm just going to say that they immediately explode, and you have another swarm of snakes attacking you, which immediately attack you when they are swarmed out. And we have a 22 does hit, and they hit for 26 damage. 12 piercing and 14 poison.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, those things don't have disadvantage.
This is why I wanted to focus on the snakes.
And with that, it is the bad guys' turns.
Oh boy!
We have one corpse group, which is still going to be at disadvantage. They're going to just punch at Epotus. And neither of them succeed with or without advantage. So they miss. And then the 2 snake groups, the snakes attack you and from the north, and the other snakes attack Dirok from the west. So let me check how many of them there are so that I make sure I roll the right thing. And yep, okay. So the Epotuses roll a 14, they miss. Dirok's Roll a 17. Miss.
Yes.
All right, so both
That's
snake
what we have
groups-
going for us right now is high AC.
So both of them missed, and it is Victor's turn.
All right, I'm going to go for the snakes again.
And you're going for the ones in front of Dirok?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okie doke. Dex.
Oh,
And they roll a 6 dex. They have high dex, but they've got an 18 dex, but they're not showing it. They fail, so they took 21 damage. So you are down in that group to only 20 or so here. You have 23 snakes left in that group, so they are below half. All right, and it is Dirok's turn.
All right. Let's try and finish off that group then.
That's a hit,
And once more for extra measure.
and that's a hit. So that's 18 damage. There are only a few left in that group. Only 5 left in the group. Vlad.
Vlad is going to climb up the statue that Sylvia and Victor are supporting.
Go get him,
Can't do anything else.
Go get him, guys! Go get him, Conan, you got it!
The zombies will get an attack of opportunity, but they have to overcome my sanctuary first.
And it doesn't matter. They roll too low to have hit no matter what. So you managed to make it to the statue.
I will climb up as far as I can with my movement, and then turn about and cast Sacred Flame on the snakes in front of Dirok.
Okay. And that's
Sacred
14
flame.
radiant damage, and all of those
DC 16 dex.
you burn them to a crisp. There is nothing but
Kill
fried snake left there. So if you want to eat up
Thank-
some fried snake, you've got it.
I needed some new.
Thank-
needed some boots.
Thank you for taking away my THP.
Ah, damn it!
No, actually, he got
I
it.
can't do anything right.
Yeah, he'll have to roll on the others anyway to get it. So
Every single thing I've done wrong.
Good ideas on paper, not in action. No,
Yeah.
seriously though, those
this is
even it's good though because they hit like trucks, so I'm not worried about the THP. I'm still
Yeah.
at high health anyway, so
and
I just wanted to make you feel
this
bad.
is a kind of an out of the norm fight anyway. So I'll have to remember this fight. It works better against your group than some of the other things they throw at you.
Listen, let's not have headless
Yeah.
zombies.
Nope, now everything's gonna not have heads. Even Strahd for to have a head. It's missing for some reason. He
Well,
found our weakness.
You know, the Halloween
This is
thing
his
will
only
have
way to beat us.
We'll have Strahd come riding through the scene, holding his head on his flaming horse, and throw his flaming skull at you.
No, I got a better idea with this. He's gonna have some earplugs. He's gonna have some earplugs and like one of those little sleep masks on.
He's gonna have one.
He
of
doesn't
those
have to
blind
remove his
people's-
head.
Blind people sunglasses.
Yeah, he doesn't have to remove his head. He needs his head. He'll just make sure that he can't see or hear us.
Well, he'll just be wearing one of those big suits that makes it look like he has great big broad shoulders, and he'll pick up a pumpkin, flaming pumpkin, and throw it at you like it's his.
There you
skull.
go. He'll put a pumpkin over his head. Don't carve a face though.
And it is Apotus's turn to whack and smack and crack.
Yeah, he's gonna stab twice. And not do crap.
Let's see, you're hitting the zombies.
Snakes.
Snakes. All right. The second one actually hit. And so you
Yay.
do 12. You kill 12 more of those. And it is the corpse's turn, the thing's turns. The corpses strike at actually they're going to strike at Dirok.
Okay.
3 and 12. The first group is a gnat. Let's roll our d20.
Oh, they actually managed to hit?
No, well, they
Oh. They hit, they're just hitting each other again?
yeah, but they managed to miss each other. So, it is now the snake's turn, and they will bite at a POTUS. And let me see, they are still above half. And they do not hit. And it is Victor's turn.
All right. Let's see. I'll go for the other group of snakes.
Mm, 12, they don't save. They take 14. Another 14 of them writhe and burn. And it is Jirok's turn again.
Alrighty. I see a new group of snakes. I am going to move towards that. That is the bigger threat.
You will take an attack of opportunity, because that last group attacked you, so they were within melee range.
Alright, bring it on.
Okay?
Dirok does not care.
11 and 9, no hit.
Alrighty. And I just put my sheet back down. Okay, here we go. 1 and 2.
Both hit. For a
All
total
right.
of 20. Let's see what we got. Yeah, there's still 17 snakes left.
Alright.
And it is Vlad.
Vlad is going to cast Sacred Flame on the group of snakes in front of a POTUS.
I've missed 2 turns. There.
Save. What's your DC?
16.
They failed. It's high dex, but it's not doing them any good. So they take all 14. There's only 4 snakes remaining.
And I will climb higher on the statue with my movement.
Well, basically, since Victor is occupying the entire head of the statue, you're up on top of the monument portion. It goes up and there's a monument and then there's the statue up on top. So Sylvia's sitting on one side and you're sitting on the other, 10 feet off the ground. You're out of attack
With
range.
Victor perched on the head.
Yeah, 3 of you are all up on this monument. POTUS.
He is going to go for the snakes. Sneaks.
Sneaky sneaks. Both hit. That removes the last of the snakes. And only the zombies remain.
Only.
And then, anticipating this, he's going to use a bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon behind the zombies, and then it's just going to harpoon right into one.
Okay.
Maybe we take all the zombies and just stuff them into a box, and then set the box on fire.
And there are only, there's 3 plus a very beat up zombie remaining in that group. And with that, Corpses attack a POTUS at disadvantage. They still have disadvantage, right, Vlad? Vlad? Mike?
Sorry,
Uh,
I zoned out.
yes.
We all have those moments.
The corpses still have disadvantage on a POTUS, right?
On a POTUS, yes.
13, and with disadvantage, they do make one hit. So they did, or they do a total of 8 bludgeoning damage on a POTUS.
Sorry, how much?
8 bludgeoning. There are no snakes this round. Victor.
All right. Let's see. Let's see if I can finish off that zombie group.
Durock's just like, why?
Right? See, you guys are hurting me.
Maybe
By helping me, you are hurting me.
Maybe I should just conjure like a group of mongooses.
They actually saved on that roll for once. So they took 7 damage. Basically takes them down to 3 zombies. And it is Durock's turn.
I charge in, and I am going to... Yeah, I'm going to attack recklessly. I know, right? I've forgotten about it this whole time. So let me just see what I'm going to put it in the... Oh, whoop, that's not putting it in.
You've been like the most like responsible barbarian this entire
There we
game.
go. So I throw aside concern, so I have advantage on my turn. When I make my first attack on my turn, I decide to attack recklessly. Gives me advantage on melee weapon attack roll. So as long as I do it before my first turn, I can do it on both of my attacks.
Yeah, it does all your attacks so long as you declare it for your first attack.
Okay, that's what I am doing. I have the run sheet out now. Scroll back up. There we go. And you know what? I am feeling a little reckless. I'm going to drop the shield and go two-handed.
Okay, so
So I need to adjust my armor for a
those
moment.
would all hit with or without, actually. And so you did 20 damage on them. There is only 1 zombie remaining.
Do I get some THP?
Yes.
Yes!
Roll your
Roll
dice.
2d6. 6 is better than 2.
Yep. And of course you'll be able to roll again on the snakes if you kill any. And Vlad.
Vlad is going to get down off of the statue and make his way over to a POTUS.
And I'll
And
assume
cast-
you'll go around enough that
Yeah,
yet you won't take
I'll
the attack
go-
of opportunity.
I'll go over the fence
Right.
if I need to stay away from the zombies. But I will cast Cure Wounds. I'll cast it at 2nd level. Where is it?
Oh yeah, POTUS has taken some damage, hasn't he?
Quite a bit, yeah.
I'm almost like if another snake smacks me, I'm probably going down.
Okay, so
10.
you heal 110 plus my ability score, which is 4, is 14 plus 2 plus the spell's level is 18 points.
18 points. Very good. Vlad is doing what he should be doing.
If you do need to back off, don't feel free.
And I get healed to full.
And POTUS now, with rejuvenated and feeling this new power, he can charge in.
But he does know the strategy here because he sees Dirok like just wailing out, and he knows he's seen this before. And the one time that he saw it and somebody actually managed to hit Dirok, it hit really hard. So he's going to take his claw, rake it across his blade, and charge up a booming blade, but he's not going to use it until the start of Dirok's next turn.
The shield maiden Matilda charged in full of zeal.
So
Alright.
at the start of Dirok's turn, he's going to booming blade the zombies.
Okie
All right.
doke. The zombies will attack Dirok, and that's this one. It's only one, isn't it? Right?
They have advantage
only-
against me.
And there's only one of them. And with
Okay.
advantage, they both hit, but you only take a total of 2 plus 3 is 5, so that would be 2 damage.
Alrighty, I'll take that off my THP.
I just didn't want to blow him up and then have the snakes show up and like just deal like 60 damage to you.
That's a good point.
Victor,
I mean, they still get advantage on him.
Not if I don't recklessly attack on my next turn.
It's
Yep, but there's no snakes.
There's no snakes.
if
Only the
those
zombies.
last 2 zombies die right now, the snakes show up and immediately attack.
there's only
So don't kill the zombies.
there's only one.
Whoops.
There's only one. Dex save. And
Oh,
he rolled a 1, so he automatically fails. And he is dead.
it was nice knowing you guys.
And the snakes writhe forth and immediately attack Dirok.
Advantage.
This is the thing I wanted to avoid.
Both hit. Let me see. Let me double check. Your armor class is 17.
16.
Right, they both hit. And so you take quite a bit.
Yep.
You take 29. Of course, will it be halved? 29,
Yes, I'm still raging.
38, 48, 54 is 27 damage.
All right, so we're gonna take off 2 of that because of THP. So I only take 25. Thank you very much.
Are you still up?
Why is my math not working now? Yeah, I'm still up. For some reason, it's not letting me do minus. Give me a moment. I'll have to do it on the calculator.
Want me to do the minus 27?
I got it. 61.
Oh, dude, you're fine.
It's still.
You're showing as 61 for me. It apparently is not registering on your end. Because you're showing as having 61 HP.
It's showing 61 HP on my sheet, but not on my circle for some
It is
reason.
to me. It's on your end that it's not showing. I'm seeing 61 on your circle. So you have...
Oh yeah, and I also lost another. For some reason, that doesn't want to work either.
the sword is the weapon.
Spiritual weapon.
Oh, you know what? It's because I still have the THP up. That's why. All right, so let's try it again. Minus 25. No. 61. No. All right, whatever.
Well, it has done the math. It's something that is not registering on your end, but your character is properly showing on the screen. So you are showing
Yep.
your 61. So it's something on the sheet is slow or whatever. It's Roll20
Yep.
is not recording it for you, but you are correct on the screen. All right.
Yep.
So we are. Let's see. Have I moved this? Dirok, you've taken your turn? No. They've
Nope.
only
No.
taken their
So-
turn. So it's Victor. Yeah.
So-
No, Victor took his turn.
Victor's
yeah.
happened. So start of
Yeah.
Dirok's turn, the
Yeah.
booming blade comes down.
Yep, that happens.
So let's see. Does that hit?
That hits. 9 damage. 9 snakes
Woo!
curl
Plus
up.
1, so 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
10 snakes curl up and shrivel.
If they move at all, they take 11 though.
Other than they're writhing in place. No, they're
Yeah.
staying there fighting the others. Okay, so Duroc, your attack.
I am not going to recklessly attack this time. I'm just going to do a normal attack. I've learned my lesson. All right, but I'm still without my shield because I dropped it. I'm not going to pick it up. Oh, maybe I should have.
Out of 25 hits for 12 damage. And you can remember that you have killed something on the snakes if you wish to roll at
Yes,
this
I
time.
would like to. I would like to because I have none left. 2d6. 7 is better than 0.
Vlad.
Vlad is, well, Apotus is fine. Duroc is relatively fine.
Yeah, I'm well over half. I'm probably like 2/3. I am 2/3.
In other words, he has too much health.
Yeah, I do
Screw
have
it.
too much health.
Sacred Flame. DC 16 dex save and 9 points of radiant.
Why can these highly dexterous snakes not roll anything above a 10?
Because it's time for me to be redeemed.
Oh, you kill another
I've done
9
nothing.
snakes.
You've
I've
done nothing
done
but
nothing.
hindered everyone so far.
Exactly. I've done nothing this entire time. I'm finally pulling my weight. Sort of.
Apotus.
We're gonna triple rake across the coals here. So the spiritual weapon hits. Misses.
Misses.
And
That
so 15 hits,
hits.
'cause 14 hits, so,
Yep.
so that's 19.
So we've got another 19 snakes bite the dust. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And there's only 30 left, so there's less than half of them left. And they proceed to strike out at Apotus.
Yeah.
24 hits for 18 damage. 1 piercing, 17 poison.
Ouch. It's the poison that's really hurting us.
Yeah. Those fast little
I really
cobras.
I really should have been a green.
Now I understand.
He's still alive. Alright. And Victor.
Alright, let's try some more lightning.
You're whittling them down.
Yeah, Victor kind of up on top of the statue, kind of stretches a bit. It's kind of an awkward perch.
Finally, they rolled a high dex. I don't believe it. They rolled a 19. So they took 8 damage. There's still about 22 snakes left in that pile of writhing poison. Duroc.
Duroc, smash. How much did you say was about left?
22.
22? I'll risk it. Reckless attack.
The first one hits for 11. You take them down. You take another 11 snakes down.
Does a 16 hit too?
Oh, that's right. You're at advantage with reckless. It does indeed. So another 8. There are only 3 snakes left.
I was good in my call of...
Come on, Vlad. Do the layup.
All right, Vlad.
Vlad is going to pull his character sheet up again because for some reason he keeps closing it.
I do that all the time. I don't know why.
You just
He
click
is
it to
going-
minimize.
The advantage of
He is going
multiple
cast-
screens.
He is going to make sure he is much more than 5 feet back and cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level. And not hit.
Nope, that did not hit the snakes. Would have hit the zombies, but didn't hit the snakes.
Just right past me. Just see, just
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I
you see go,
gotten damaged again.
you see go pew over the distance.
I
It
quit
kind of
campaign. I'm out.
ricochets. It kind of ricochets off some little rocks around. Pew,
It's
pew,
like a
pew,
flare
pew,
that
pew, pew.
it's like a flare that goes up, and in the distance, Strahd is like,
Yeah, he
I
may
wonder what that
notice that
is.
they're playing around with Marina's monument. Epotus. Hit. Hit. And let me see. Yeah, that's, you don't even need that last one. You took out the last of the snakes. You are out of
All
combat at this time.
Good, because I only had one turn left for rage.
Really?
Yeah, that took 9 turns.
Epotus. Let me get you patched up. So here is my healing kit.
I'll go ahead and hop down from above.
I go down to one knee and I'm
So
gonna try to
11 plus 8 is 19 points healed.
Sylvia would
And-
climb down too, but she would look around very cautiously and stay within the boundaries of the fence.
And I am going to do the same thing for Durok.
All right.
Just kidding.
Oh,
I am
Okay.
out of bandages.
how much health would you want, Dirok?
I'm good. I'm at 60 right now.
I'm gonna drop 15 points of my lay on hands on myself.
You don't have any more good berries?
Glad?
Yes, I have good berries.
I mean, alternatively, we could try to take a short rest.
We could try to take a short rest. In which case, I
Do-
could. But I don't. Wait.
I'd actually be down for that.
Wait. I ran out of my first healing kit. I'd forgotten that I purchased another.
Okay.
Well,
So-
if we can try to take a short rest while we're dealing with this
Well,
area.
yeah, because then we would get the charge back for Apotus if something happens again.
Yeah, so I guess take a short rest. You guys, I can heal you guys. Well,
I mean-
let me use my
Well,
bandage.
if well,
May-
see, here's
maybe-
the thing. Well, here's the thing. If save the charge because Sylvia can do Song of Rest. If those of us who are injured use hit dice to recover during a short rest.
I am not taking a short rest. I'm instead investigating the statue.
Well, short rest
Bef-
just takes it. This
before-
is an hour of light activity.
Before we do the short rest, maybe we should do some role play and figure out where did Alex go?
He is guarding the mansion.
No,
No.
he was not.
Is-
He was missing.
He was with
completely.
us.
With us?
When you headed for the monument, as you arrived at the monument, he proceeded to say he was going to look at the perimeter and make sure nothing was coming and bothering you, and he moved north.
Where did Alex go?
Dear. Okay.
We should
I-
we should finish what we're doing here. Let's finish this before we go find him. He can handle himself.
The last time someone, I don't think that's a good idea. So the last time someone got split up, they got captured and almost slain.
I didn't. Well, if the last time somebody split off, they got captured and all that stuff, then we
You should
should
stop splitting off.
exactly. But first, we should. If something went after him, we should at least make sure that we're prepared for it.
I'm still have most of my power.
I do not.
Well, there's shade being thrown from another dimension, so I guess I'm going to take a short rest.
that statue is throwing some wicked shade right now.
Let's
I
just
think it's
take
trying to tell us something.
if the two of you really want to go look for him,
I am uninjured and still have most of my power. I would prefer to find out where he is while you two are resting.
I can go as well. I'm not weak.
all right.
And I give Apotus a little side eye.
Don't you know you never split the party?
If we're okay,
And
do the both. All right.
yeah.
All right. We know that this statue is here. Let's go look for Alex. Let's spend a little time looking for him, and then we'll go back. DM, if we were to look for Alex and go at like a kind of a moderate pace, not like really pushing ourselves through it, and look for him for a while and then come back,
I will
will we
count
be
it
able to
as
consider that a short?
Yeah, I'll consider
moderate?
that just moderate activity. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we still get the short rest.
So let's look for him for a little while. We'll
Take
have
that, Shadowlin.
we'll have Sylvia play some music for us, and we'll rest up a bit. Get that additional like D6 or D8 or whatever it is.
Would you make?
Well,
Would you one of you make a note in the Discord for Sylvia so that she knows that I don't know if that takes up a spell slot or not. So
It does not take a resource. It's a short song of rest. You can use soothing music or oration, so maybe she's just taunting us the whole time. To help her.
Come on,
Actually, that's more.
She is kind of doing right
That's more.
now.
That's more true.
so-
That's more true
anyway,
to
let her
character,
know
yeah.
that she did a song
Uh,
of rest.
Yeah, it doesn't require anything. It's just we spend hit dice, and then we get an extra 1d6 hit points. Anybody who spends hit dice. So if you are any friendly creatures who can hear your performance, regain hit points by spending hit dice at the end of a short rest. Each of those creatures regains an additional 1d6 hit points. There's no resource attached to it.
So you have 1d6 that you can use from her, and then however many of your own.
Yeah.
That you want.
So we would be spending that after the short rest. So let's go look for Alex and then circle back here in an hour, and then whatever that is will be the short rest. So that way it's not...
will cast. Sorry, I will cast Locate Object on the sword because I don't want to waste my 4th level spell slot to cast Locate Creature.
All right.
That's actually a pretty good idea. Yeah. It's an object you've actually seen.
Can
Actually,
I cast
I'm
Locate
also-
Object on the pants he was wearing?
Yes, in this case you could. I'm glad.
I also
since you
could
chose
I
that,
Or
it
his
will
Dawn
work.
Watch amulet.
tracking since I'm supposed to be some kind of a good tracker from outsider.
You will have disadvantage on tracking because of the mud.
Okay,
But,
so
you can track, yes. Locate
Could I
object,
use
and
the-
specifically, what are you putting it on? Since there were a lot of suggestions.
I'll put it on the sword. Alex would never split with his sword, but he might split with his pants.
Christ.
all right, and would I roll nature?
Yes.
All right,
It should be a survival, actually.
survival.
Yeah.
That one I'm better at, but not that much better. I
Yeah,
can't get a good read. I don't
yeah,
see
the-
any footprints.
Yeah, the footprints
I-
get filled in with water very quickly, and it's very hard to track them.
Could I like try to use my knowledge of Alex to be like, oh yeah, that looks like a direction he'd go.
Well, you guys all pretty much saw him heading north, saying he was going to watch towards the north because he was afraid something was coming from that way because the danger that you faced was towards the north. And Vlad clearly gets. What is there a range on that? Oh yeah.
It is 1,000
Yeah.
feet, and I get a general direction. I
You
don't
get-
get the distance.
You got from where you cast it. You got a.
Well, it lasts up to 10 minutes.
I could maybe fly around and scout
You
from above.
definitely got a direction this way.
On the other side of that big ass rock.
Yep.
All right, let's go look.
I think he's on the other side of the rock.
He's been here near us the whole time. We just didn't see him.
Yep.
Duroc
We
is
all
the
start
first
walking
one
on
around.
top of.
Duroc is the first one on top that comes around, and he finds a fairly stripped body. All the armor is gone off of him, and he is floating face down in the water.
I grab him by the scruff of his shirt and pick him up.
He doesn't have a shirt.
Oh, he's stripped. He's stripped of his armor.
Yeah, just the armor. He's got the long johns or whatever he wore underneath. So.
Epotus moves over to Duroc and tries to shove him out of the way. And
Yeah, for real.
Alex
Vlad
up
is like,
himself.
no, get out the way. I need to. This is a mythical emergency.
I didn't recognize if it was Alex or not. Is this Alex?
This is Alex.
Yeah,
Fine.
I drop him and let them do it because they know more about trying to help him.
Epotus smacks him across the face.
Alex.
Vlad is going to try to was going to try to see if he was alive, and then whap. So
I mean, that's a quick way to check.
Yeah.
it's
Roll
also
a
a quick way to
1d6
kill
to see
someone
how
if
much
they weren't
damage
already
you did.
alive.
No,
Okay, fine.
but
How much?
you do 2 damage to a corpse. You have mutilated a corpse.
He is very
It's not
definitely
the
dead.
first time.
What was that, Vlad?
He is very definitely dead.
Very definitely dead.
And we don't have any ways to revive him, do we?
Armor is all gone, but you see something glittering in the water right at your feet, underneath the water.
Who does? All of us? Vlad?
The ones that are closest there, yeah.
Is
Victor does
is
not.
the sword sense pointing straight down?
Yes, it's right at your feet. You can see something
Vlad.
glittering.
Alex.
Vlad will pick it up and put it in a pouch, and then try to pick up Alex's corpse.
I'll lift him up if I can. I'm probably stronger than Vlad.
Epotus growls at Duroc. He's mine.
Very well. Very
No,
well.
I
And I
meant
back
that.
off.
You're mine now.
Come. We should.
And Epotus even seems leery of like Vlad participating and starts trying to pull Alex up out of the muck by himself.
And you are able to lift him because he has no armor or anything on. It's just his rather slender frame.
And Epotus kind of cradle carries him out of the muck and back towards the statue.
Very good. And pretty big body. It's shrinking a little.
Come on, Vlad.
And as I said, he is completely stripped of anything but just under armor. He's wearing his boots. He's wearing no armor at all, and even his backpack is gone. The only thing that they did not take, and apparently it was cast aside intentionally for whatever reason, the only thing they did not take was the hilt of the sun sword.
I go back to the rock.
Duroc
Can
goes
I-
to the rock.
Yep, Duroc goes to the rock. Can I do a roll to see if I can see what may have came and what direction they
Once
went?
again, you've got problems with the swamp, but you can do a survival roll at disadvantage.
Alrighty.
Epotus wants to examine his body to see what killed him.
There are claw marks and bite marks all over him.
How like big are the claw marks? Does it look like something like
Are these claw
rat
marks
sized
on
or like
par with the size that the ones that appeared in my father's ghost?
What claw?
oh no. Oh, does it no.
How big are these claw
Did
marks?
Yeah, how big and how deep are they?
They are not terribly deep. There are a lot of them, but they are small claw marks. kind of like fingernails raked across him, and there's quite a
So
few bite marks that look like they came probably from snakes.
but it doesn't look like the
He,
scarecrows might have done it.
no, it looks like he was swarmed by small things. There's a
Okay.
lot of
Okay.
these bites and claw marks. He
Yeah,
apparently
but
was
then where
swarmed
did
and
his
pulled
stuff
under.
go?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I
I
know,
don't
but,
think a
like,
10
if
is
you-
going to help.
Oh, but wait. No, okay. So it looks like snakes and like maybe rats or whatever got into him.
Something of that sort, yes.
And Epotus looks over to Vlad and just says, "Do you think Strahd was here? We know that he could.
I can ask him directly.
You can ask him."
He
I
has
can
that
ask
ability to speak to the dead.
Yes.
With your permission,
go ahead.
friends, I know that he was your
Go.
protege.
Go ahead.
I will cast Speak with Dead. I have 5 questions that I can ask him.
All right.
Anything you want to know, I will interpret.
Who took your things?
Papa.
Say that was Baba.
What killed you?
Swarms. Many. Swarms.
He was swarmed by creatures. Many, many creatures.
And what else should we ask?
Why he was so...
The why of it? No.
The why does not matter. This is a thing that has been done.
Did you ever actually listen to me?
Vlad face palms.
Ask him.
Did you ever actually listen to the orders that were given to you?
No. That's.
Sometimes.
Seems about right.
What did he say?
Occasionally. Vlad turns back to the corpse. Would you rather be buried or burned?
Burned here.
Shit. That doesn't work. He has no knowledge of the present.
I don't know. I mean, you could ask him, would you rather be buried or cremated?
Okay, and he said burned, so
Yeah. Okay, we got one more question.
it seems we're holding a funeral pyre.
I'll need.
He doesn't want to become a White Walker.
Yeah. Who do you want us to tell? Like, does he have anybody that we want to send a message to, like, when we get back to Faerun?
Who are those that you would wish to know of your death?
Andrea.
And then the spell fades. He said Andrea. Did he ever mention this person to you?
You would remember that he had, back in the Sword Coast, he had one particular gal at one of the taverns that he was always buying drinks for.
There was one girl. Like, no matter where he went, he would always mention her. Her name was Andrea. She was back in Neverwinter? I don't really remember specifically.
He died a hero, distracting the forces of evil from us while we did combat. Or at least that's what she will know.
And Epotus pulls him over to the rock, sets him down, and starts trying to light a torch.
We need
His
stuff if we
body
are
is-
going to.
Yeah, his body is damp, so it will take a little bit of time, but if you work at it long enough, eventually you dry out his clothing enough, you could probably get some
Yeah,
started.
We would need.
He's gonna spend his
We
time.
would need kindling and whatnot to make sure that the flames do catch.
All right,
I
give
can make
me.
sure that
All right, give me your axe.
Vlad will point at the torch and it catches on fire.
Epotus walks up to the door. Fine, give me your axe then.
My axe.
I'm going to chop that huge ass tree next to the rock.
Here, I have the axe. And I hand it over to
He does have a better axe, the one that is harmful to plants.
Tree Vein axe, yeah.
Then Epotus will take it and he will
Oh
go.
no! Oh no! No!
What?
Wait, Epotus.
What?
Let me chop it. It may hurt you. It may hurt you if you use it.
How do you mean?
Try hitting the tree with it, and you'll find out. I'm not entirely sure how to tell you.
Epotus takes the axe, goes over to the tree, swings.
Let me pull this up so you can see it on the screen. I think you can see that up on the screen.
I cannot see anything.
Basically, it does an extra 1d8 slashing damage to any plant or plant creature. And when a creature of non-good alignment wields the axe, it sprouts thorns whenever the wielder makes an attack with it. These thorns prick the wielder for 1 piercing damage, and after the attack is made, and this damage is considered magical.
Okay, wait.
We
Do that last
cannot
part.
do
You did that.
anything right.
You did that last. Hold on. You did that last part too fast.
Summary: you take
Are,
one
are
piercing
you are you
damage.
good aligned?
You take 1 piercing damage. He does take 1 piercing damage.
Thorns sprout from the axe.
And he keeps hacking at the tree.
For each attack, you'll take 1 piercing damage.
How many attacks would it? How many more attacks after the first one would it take to chop the tree down?
Give me
I
a
grab
one,
my axe and I'm gonna help him.
Give me a 1d6 roll to see how many whacks you take. You took 2 damage.
By the time Dirac walks over, the tree falls against the rock.
And then
And
Otis
then-
turns his hand up and looks at it, and he's got 2 big holes, almost like a giant snake bit him.
And he walks back to Vlad, throws the axe at his feet, pulls out his sword, and starts hacking away at the tree.
I have 2 hand axes and I toss one to POTUS. Easier to hack at the branches.
And he's just going to his task.
I help him out.
Very good. You are able to get enough kindling and so forth. And as I say, although it is wet and it will take a little bit of time to get it somewhat dried out, given enough time, you would eventually get the wood dry enough that it would catch on fire. Between the hour's worth of rest, gathering the body and burning the body, I will say it is now about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
All right. I know we did some activity, but would we be able to consider that our short rest, or are we skipping that?
That included
She
your
said-
short rest. Yeah.
Oh, include the short rest. Okay, so so I will
I
go
don't-
ahead and I will spend 3. 3 hit dice.
Did I actually adjust my thing so that my hit dice actually reflected what they're supposed to be? D12, yeah, I did. Okay, so I'll hit
Plus
3 as well.
1d6. And then it's plus 1d6 for Sylvia.
Oh, plus 1d6?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do 2 then. So 1. Wait, how did I get plus 5? Oh, my constitution.
Yeah, your constitution is added for each.
So 16, 32. I don't think I need I don't even need to worry about the thing. I'm already back up to max health.
And then he's gonna pop the last 4 healing lay on hands on himself to get back up to full. And then he just sets Alex on fire, and he just stares.
I will use thaumaturgy, and instead of ominous whispers, can I make it like choir singing, like soft
Sure,
choir
why
singing in the
not?
background?
Sure.
He said, "Baba did this, correct?"
Yes.
Yes.
We know our next target.
The fact that she was going to die was never in question. I think our
It's
priorities
just how
have
soon it
switched.
was gonna be.
I think our priorities have switched.
She's dying before I leave here.
Agreed.
For this death and all of the ones before.
So, let's dig whatever the hell we're going to dig out of that statue, and then let's go kill us an old bitch.
Give me.
Oh yeah, we never did actually get the book.
Victor, we're going to have need of your shovel,
Give
because
me
I don't
a
have one.
perception roll.
Definitely.
Give
Perception?
Me a perception roll. Anybody that's looking around the statue, give me a perception roll.
Okay.
And I'll start digging.
I will ask for myself.
Yeah.
Total of 18.
Yeah,
Both
I'm not
of
gonna worry.
you-
I'm just gonna be at the
Both of
POTUS.
you, with one shovel of dirt that comes up, digs, and you hear kind of a thunk, and you see a corner of what looks like something like almost like folded leather sticking up out of the dirt.
I'll reach down and try and see what it is.
It takes a little bit of tug because it's larger than you expected at first. It is as you pull it out, it gets larger and larger, and you realize it is a sizable tome. Who is going to actually claim the tome and hold it?
I think Lynn's the best person. Oh,
Well, let's start with one of you tonight.
Victor is interested. He's going to try and read it.
Vlad his hands off.
All right, just a moment.
And he'll
Let me pull it up into the player handout so it's in the proper place. And it will be under text handouts in the player handouts. And oh, come
As
on.
Victor pulls the book out, Vlad says, "This is the first time that one of us has fallen. It may not be the last. I am prepared to see this through to the ends, but the rest of you may need to think on this."
There's nothing
There's-
to think on.
What other option do we have besides I have already had my end?
To the end, then.
All right,
It's
Riz.
just like, I'm not here to decide.
All right, Riz, you should now be able to see both the original tome and the writings inside. And they do have it printed below, so that if the cursive writing is hard to read, in his hand, you are able to still read what is written there. It is on the front of the cover. It is embossed in a metal that looks rather like a mithril. Very, very rich embossing, and it has the raven symbol behind a castle. That is the symbol that you have come to know is the seal of Ravenloft. It is this mithril symbol is on the cover, and when you open up on the inside, you basically see that it is a diary of Strahd himself. He himself wrote this and apparently ceased to write these notes following Marina's death and buried it here from what you can gather.
All right. So, yeah, Victor's going to take some time to read it, I guess.
Do I see anything magical from the book?
No, there is nothing like any kind of special aura. It is just a very expensive leather, expensive tooling kind of thing, but there's no magic per se on the book.
Apo. You know what you did.
I must have missed something.
Nope, it's all good.
Anyway.
Do you think
Oh,
that's it?
Jesus Christ. No, now I see it.
Yep.
God.
What?
It's Discord. You'll have to look at it when done recording.
Yeah, well, you said it's written by Strahd. January 4th, Marina stared longingly into my eyes, and my skin sparkled with joy.
That was the exact voice I had in my head when I read that too.
I'm nothing
Anyway.
if not predictable.
Probably
Do you
wouldn't be
think that
far
is
from
it?
the truth.
I did impersonate him. I know his thoughts.
That's true.
Victor?
Oh, I can't wait until I can tell you more about Babylon Saga.
Well, I do have a plan.
Victor, do you think that is it?
Do I think it is what?
Do you think this is what we were looking for?
Perhaps it is written in Strahd's hand, his own ranting and whining.
While that's going on, I'm still next to Apotis. I know we don't see eye to eye. Ever. I don't think we've ever agreed on anything. But this is something that is not tolerable. This goes beyond what's ever going on between us. Know that I do have your back once we go up against the witch. She will pay for Alex's death. This I swear.
I've never had any doubt that when we draw swords at the same time together, I never had any doubt that we had each other's back. Only that we've had our differences of opinion, and those differences will come into play sometime, but not now.
You will be missed, but in this moment there is something I should point out. In this book, Strahd says where he sleeps.
Really?
Yes.
What relevance is that, Victor?
Well, it's quite important, actually, for such a creature as us.
What do you mean?
See, if we are killed, then a stronger vampire can turn to mist and go back to where they sleep. You cannot kill us without finding it. He says here that he sealed shut the walls of the stairs so that none may disturb him. It sounds like he is hidden near some stairs deep below Ravenloft.
Shut up. This is indeed valuable information.
Then before we engage him, we have to destroy his sleeping place.
Yes, if we do destroy his resting area, is he able to come back?
Or do we have to keep him in the resting area?
Well, recovering takes a while. You can fight him and then chase him to it if you know where to go.
Which we do, you told us. But if we destroyed his resting area...
That castle is a very large place. I can imagine that it has quite a few stairs in it.
This is also true. And I roll my eyes.
But
I will
wait,
say as you passed it that what he said about it being a large place, you definitely know this is true. This is a place of multiple levels.
Better to find it and leave it alone so that he can be confident that it is still there. Then
And
we
then
know
catch
exactly
him.
where to go, yes.
And then catch him when he's at his weakest.
Yes.
good.
And then... because if we do destroy it while he's still alive, he would sense it.
Now I will bring one last question before we call it for the evening. Now the sword lays there, and
Vlad picked it up.
all right,
It's in my belt pouch right now. We'll deal with that later.
Vlad. Yeah, I
was
will
in town.
say that if Vlad specifically picked it up, like before, he is the only person that seems able to somewhat hear it, and he can hear the sword actually not talking. It is quietly weeping.
Oh, because it was there.
Oh, and I'm just hearing this in the back of my brain while all this is going on.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. That would also help explain Vlad's bad mood.
You look a little off, Vlad.
Tears are falling for Alex. Not mine, but there are tears that are falling.
And with that, we will call it for the evening. You now know what you have ahead of you. If you plan on going back to the tree, you know that you are going to have to attack.
Why did she need the
Kawasaki.
armor, though?
I know exactly what I'm doing.
Um,
I know exactly what I'm doing.
oh, I think I missed a question or something.
Are we still streaming?
Yes, at this moment we are. We'll say our goodbyes in a moment. And remember, we have just 2 weeks until our special episode. So everybody be sure and tune in on either the stream or the YouTube to see what kind of costumes they come up with. We are not doing elaborate costumes, but we will all do something. And we'll have a special episode. There will be a little bit of a special diversion in the works that Strahd will have up his sleeve for the team. So you can tune in to find out what happens on Halloween. And with that, we will say good night, everybody. We'll see you next week from Crone's Crucible. Good night. And we'll be back in a week. Thank you very much for watching.